Payne's gray, black, and white. That's what we're using today for the boots. Okay. And right here as well, her boots. I'm adding white right now. And it's a round, I'm using a round brush, so it's easy for me to see those details in here. What's that? Lilac. So I'm just going to put the highlights of the boots using white and a bit of Payne's gray. And some black as well, probably. Okay. And since I'm doing this right now, I'm going to paint her. Okay, what are these called?
Stirrups.
Stirrups.
Yes, thank you. So I'm going to enhance a bit the highlights. Not everywhere on those stirrups. I'm going to add a bit of more highlight in here and in here, and leave this part dark. This is where her shoe is casting a shadow. It's going to dry darker, and if it doesn't dry dark enough, I can always glaze it to make it look darker. I'm going to highlight the shoes in the back. There's a bit of a highlight on the shoe in the back part of the shoe. When you're looking at it, you'll see it. It's not that important, but I mean, it's there, so. Now I'm going to move to, all right. Well, we're getting technical here. I have no idea what these things are called. So right here, this is the leather part where it holds the, you know, the leather strap that holds the stirrups.
What color are you doing now? Maybe.
I'm just using Payne's gray and white.
Oh.
Just do these two colors. A good round brush helps. I'm going to add a bit of more white to my Payne's gray and paint this part. You're welcome to add blue if you like, cerulean blue later on to this, but I don't think we need to go into that into this detail too much. Just a suggestion would be enough. Part here, just to give it some detail. And I'm going to add with, I'm adding more white to my Payne's gray. Now the bottom of her shoe it's more like a brown color in this right here. Personally, I'm just gonna ignore it for now. I'm just gonna do the stirrups, and that's enough. If you do that, it will show the bottom of her, kind of the bottom of her shoe in darker, but that's okay. If you like, you could add it later on, or we can add this later on. All right. I'm still using Payne's gray and white. It's a bit confusing in here.
Yeah, a lot.
Gosh, it is.
Yeah. They're overlapping. They're like leather straps overlapping.
Yes, yes.
But you know what? I'll just kind of simplify them a bit. We don't have to use exactly the same. Okay, so I'll take a bit of white right now with my Payne's gray, and I'm going to start highlighting those straps. So this is overlapping this way.
This one's so fat.
And I mean, if even if we do this kind of just very simple, it would be enough as a detail. All right, I think that's enough. It's just, we don't have to put exactly the same detail. It's tempting, but we're not going to do that.
Mhm.
Just use Payne's gray and white and oops. Oop. Okay. I know this is not there, but I think adding a bit of that whitish gray gives it the shiny look for the leather. Okay, go in. Oh, this is a tricky part because those straps on the horse are very dark.
Mm-hmm. Really hard to tell.
Yeah. So we're just gonna do. I'm using Payne's gray and Payne's gray and white, and I'm just gonna just put a suggestion. Really, I'm not gonna go into these, like I said, into these details. Too much. Too much work. Okay, black and white again for this part.
Bye, I'll see you next week. I can't stay too long tonight.
Oh, okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just got dog duty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
You got dizzy?
Dog duty.
Dog duty.
Oh, dog duty. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
We'll talk soon. Bye.
Austin.
Bye, Austin.
Bye,
Bye.
Austin.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
You too.
You
Yeah.
too. Bye.
Bye.
What color did you say you're doing those, Leila?
It's gray and white.
Oh, it's Payne's gray.
There's more white than the Payne's gray in here.
Okay.
In this.
So all the things are Payne's gray and white that you're doing.
Yeah. Right now I'm using black for just black for this black for this part here underneath her shoe on the
I see.
stirrup.
I didn't even see that. Wow.
Okay, now for this part, it's in the front, right here. Again, Payne's gray and white. And you can hardly see right now because the dog is the dog.
Horse.
The horse is dark. So I'm taking now Payne's gray and white, more white than Payne's gray. And I'm gonna come here and, put a bit of highlights. I know I'm going fast, but I'm going to stop right now after I do this, so you can have time to do that. Okay. Just wanted to finish a bit the part where the straps are, the leather straps are. And this part here. And this. It's a beautiful detail in here, but it's again a bit too much work in here. Okay, so for this part here, I'm using yellow ochre and white. Right here. Just a bit of that detail, just to give it a bit of color. And I use the same thing, yellow ochre and white for this part. And red for this part here. Just any red you have for down here. Just these are just little kind of small details, color that will help with the movement of the eye when you're looking at at this reference. Now, since I started taping, I'm going to do her hair, and just keep on painting. I am recording it, so no problem. I'm going to use burnt umber for the hair. First layer of burnt umber is going to be really dark because of the black underneath. So what I'm going to do is try to add a tiny bit of white at this point with my burnt umber and try to highlight the hair right behind her ear and all around the bun. That's a bun, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, okay. And highlight a little bit more the bun top part, top. Again, it doesn't have to be too detailed because that's not really the focal point. Hair right here. Actually, it goes out a bit more. I'm mixing a bit of black and burnt umber, and I'm going to come here and adjust this area here, right there. All right. That's all for the hair. Go back to this area. This is where the pearly kind of detail is. And you can see, I can see that the pearls are stronger in color, like more white. In here. And then they become darker or less intense the more we turn. It would be better if I use a smaller brush than this, but I really don't want to. There's no reason. Because again, this is not going to be a focal point. It's just an accessory kind of, it enhances. Okay. Mix white and Payne's gray. Darken my Payne's gray. these little details right now that what I'm doing right now, it shows a shiny part of that strap around the horse's head or nose or mouth, head. Going back to my yellow, ochre, and white, and I'm just gonna highlight a bit this area here, the yellow, light yellow ochre. I think I see a bit of yellow in here. So I'm going to use my yellow ochre and you know, a bit of white, and I'm going to come here and put some yellow at the bottom. Not because of the yellow there, it's just because there's a color, which I like using this, a bit of color in here. And I am not going to, oops, okay. I'm not going to use, I'm not going to put all of the writing on all of this here. I'm not putting it. You're welcome to put it if you like, but I don't want to go into this detail. With acrylics, you have to wait for it to dry a bit so you can adjust the highlight. All right, one more. It's the other shoe right here. So this, the other shoe doesn't have a lot of detail. It does have a bit of reflection, light on it, which I'm gonna add, but not too much. Okay.